30 seconds and counting. Astronauts report it feels good. T-minus 25 seconds. 20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Mafia, Z-Bot here with you, and it's a special one. As you can see, my better half is sitting next to me. The better looking part of the duo, my gorgeous girlfriend Caroline, is joining me on the smoke break for a special edition. Who would have ever thought it'd have come to this? Caroline, welcome onto the smoke break. Say hello to Bill's Mafia.
Hi, Bill's Mafia.
Let them know. Give them a holler.
Hey,
say hey.
Hey.
Here she is. Give everybody a shout out into the chat. Appreciate you joining me. We missed you last week. Work emergency left me off live, but good to be back with you. What are we drinking here, Caroline? Caroline, before we get into it, and I'll let her say her piece as far as, you know, what she does, and we'll give an introduction. But the first thing I'll introduce her with is the fact that she is a party bartender. Is that how you would say it?
I guess. So I started bartending, but now I just do parties because I don't have time for that.
Mm-hmm.
No, bourbon sours, but I put cherries.
Well, you didn't really explain yourself.
It's just lemon, sugar, bourbon.
You didn't explain your job. You are an in-party bartender.
Yeah, so weddings, graduation.
So essentially, if you're in need of a private bartender, Caroline she's your gal. And she makes a hell of a drink. What do I have going right here?
This is a bourbon sour, lemon, sugar.
It's unbelievable.
Bourbon. A little amaretto. It's an almond liqueur.
We need to get you out in the lot. We need to get you. See, here's the problem.
Oh my God! Imagine you guys had a bartender at your.
Well, I don't think we'd make it in. I barely make it in as it is. If we had you out in the lot, it would be trouble. If you were making these all day. See, here's the problem. I've only brought in you to one game,
and it was a Jets.
But it was at MetLife, so you have not experienced the true Bill's Mafia. I mean, not even close. We went to a game with, EJ Manuel was the starting quarterback. And this was when the Bills were already eliminated. It was like week 17. I think we got tickets for $8 at MetLife.
Can I ask you what the drink of choice is for Bill's Mafia?
I can't speak for Bill's Mafia, as there's probably different drinks for everybody out there. But I would say safe bet would probably be Blue Light.
Okay. That's like Bud Light, right? Yeah,
you're going to find a lot of Blue Light out in the lots. I would venture to say, though, the majority, let me know if I'm wrong in the comments here, but I'd venture to say the majority of Bill's Mafia will probably drink anything you throw them their way. For God's sakes, Pinto Ron does shots out of a bowling ball. That's just kind of how it rolls.
What do you mean? Like he cracked it in half and drank out of a bowling ball?
No. So there's a thing in the Bill's Mafia lot, or in the Bill's tailgate lot. People take shots out of a bowling ball, like through the holes.
Oh my God.
So would you do that?
No.
Would you, if it was
it's fungus?
That's the whole goal, though. You're just sharing. It's one big family. It's fine. You can share your fungus.
You drink anything, so assume.
Yeah, I'll drink anything. I'll drink anything, but I'm gluten free. As you can see, I'm a real fit guy, and that's because I'm gluten free. But no, medically, I'm gluten free. I can't drink beer, so I'm a liquor guy. Which is not easy. I'm a Tito's guy, big time.
Yeah.
But liquor in an 8 a.m. tailgate aren't usually the best calls. So I have to, hit the brakes a bit more than everybody else in the lot. But
fun fact for everyone who's gluten-free, Corona is gluten-free.
Yeah. First beer I ever had was with Caroline. It was a Corona. We were at a cigar shop. Mm-hmm. And that's a story for a different day. So we're live here in Rockland County. That's where Caroline lives. We're in Jet territory. I don't like being here. I can't lie to you. It feels weird. I don't feel like I'm in my home spot. You know, when you come down here, especially during the season, well, I will say the nice thing about it is when you do run into a Bills fan down here, it's something special. You know what I mean? Up home, everybody's a Bills fan.
Oh, I've told people, I don't know Bills very well, but whenever I see someone with a hat on, I always say go Bills. Because I just feel like it's like etiquette now that whenever I see you do it sometimes.
Right.
So
of course.
I started doing it.
Well, that is the etiquette. I mean, if you see somebody with Bills gear on, you're supposed to say go Bills.
But you don't do that.
It's not a good look.
You don't do that in Buffalo because everyone has Bills.
Well, I mean, we still do it in Buffalo. I know I do. But you know, it also depends. I mean, I think it depends on the circumstance. I mean, I wouldn't say it at a funeral. Maybe I would. I don't know. I mean, it would depend on the circumstance and whatever else. But we're in Rockland County, so Caroline and I have been dating for over 5 years. And we've been doing long distance that long, which is wild. So she's down here in Jet territory. And I'm on my way down here, luckily to have a couple of days off of work, so I don't get to get down here as much as I used to. So I'm on my way down. I knew I had the show tonight, and I knew I had to do something live here. And I'm thinking to myself, all right, let's get some topics in mind as I have a 5-hour drive from Rochester. And I'm thinking, I mean, as of right now, as we all know, mid-July, it's not a hotbed for NFL news, obviously. And so I'm thinking of something that, you know, could be fun to do. And I got to thinking about you as I'm on my way down to see you, and it clicked. I'm so enthralled with football. So are all you watching. And it occurred to me, the people like me and the people like those of you watching, we're so enthralled with football, we never think of the fact that there are people like you who don't watch football at all. So I thought it would be intriguing to bring you on and kind of talk to somebody who's completely unlike us, somebody who does not have football remotely close to a priority within their life. Whereas for us, sometimes it can become the only priority. And as she knows, of dating me for 5 years, during the Bills season, who comes first, unfortunately, on Sunday? Right.
I feel like we've gotten into so many fights about it. At the same time, I'm like laissez-faire about it. I'm like, I don't care. Like, hands off completely. Because I understand now, but I think when I first started dating you, I was so confused. I grew up on just watching like family sports, like whatever we played a sport we watched, and we were really into sports. Like we went crazy, but like watching it on TV, I don't think I've ever turned on the TV and put on a sport.
So let's start there because Caroline's 1 of 6, and nowadays that's a rarity. I mean, I don't know anybody else who's 1 of 6. Very competitive, and the whole family is very competitive.
My sister's D1 for basketball. She played in Ireland. My brother plays Gaelic, and everyone's athletic. I'm not athletic. I never was. I mean, I played sports in high school, but
you're very competitive.
Very competitive. Like I don't think I am, and then I start playing. I'm playing volleyball, and I'm like diving and like ready to cut my throat over a ball. Right.
But it was never within the household to, you know, watch or root for a specific team, anything like that.
I think I remember the Giants won the Super Bowl one year, and I decided to be a Giants fan because for Christmas, I got a Giants underwear set from Victoria's Secret.
That'll do it.
And I was like, oh,
that's why I became a Bills fan. I actually got a Victoria's Secret Bills pajama set when I was a toddler.
Yep.
And here we are.
Hey, I won the bet, though, for the Super Bowl. I made $20 as a 9th grader.
So let's get into, because this to me is very fascinating. You go from growing up in that environment. We meet in college. Now, we went to SUNY Oswego, where there are a ton of Bills fans. My best friends for life from college are, for the most part, Bills fans. Those watching know who they are. Who aren't Bills fans, they don't matter as much. But I'll never forget, it was night 1 in college, and I wore my Sammy Watkins jersey out to the bar, because that's what you did when you were basically, you know, a kid. You'd wear a jersey to the bar.
Oh my God, I think every night you were wearing a different jersey.
Yeah, but I'm waiting for the taxi or the bus, the D bus in Oswego, as we referred to it as. And who do I run into but a bunch of other dudes wearing Bills jerseys? And those so happen to be my best friends from college to this day. So that was kind of how it rolled at Oswego. I meet Caroline halfway through this semester, and we've been dating ever since. So it's very interesting to me because you come from an environment that doesn't really, you know, sports isn't a priority. Within my life, in my family's life, it's everything. Initially for you, when did you realize, first of all, what was the first moment you realized how big of a football fanatic I was, and how weird was it for you to kind of like comprehend?
I don't think I ever really comprehended it. Like,
You
I
still
never
have not
understood.
comprehended it.
No.
And you never will.
No. I mean, like, I see that you do it and you love it, but I don't understand it still. But I just remember you being so obsessed. And like, I remember you would come back after watching games, I'd be asleep and I would just wake up to like things getting thrown around and like angry screams. And I was like, am I in an abusive relationship or is he just really into this one thing?
So it's that one night that you're referring to that we were talking about earlier. All right.
Yes.
Everybody will remember this game. Monday Night Football, Tyrod Taylor quarterbacking against the Seattle Seahawks. The Bills had it won. Blew it at the end. I'm pretty sure the Bills had 4 chances to score within the 7-ish yard line at the end of the game. Could not punch it in. My dorm room in college, it was nothing but Bills and some Dave Matthews stuff. I mean, that's basically my life. If you were to ask somebody to define me by 2 things, would that be it?
It'd be a poster of Dave Matthews and then a Bills shirt.
So the Dave stuff remained untouched. He didn't hurt me that night, but I came home and I don't know. I don't know what came over me. It was like Halloween.
I think I've known you for a month at that point.
Yeah, we had not known each other very long.
It's like, what do I do?
I was smashing pumpkins in the street. And then I got back to the dorm, and I don't know what came over me, but I just started, I don't know, I just started peeling the Bill stuff off the wall. I've never done that before. And is that when you truly realized that you saw me that night?
I just realized that like you have real emotions over a sport, and I don't have any emotions like tied to sports. I never have. So I was just kind of shocked, I think. But I see now people, I mean, it's a real thing and people have emotions over it, but I just, as a person, didn't like comprehend at all that there was like those two tied together.
What have you learned dating somebody like that in me? What have you learned from that? Like as far as like what to do in that situation?
Well, I also learned that I'm the odd one out. Like I feel like everyone here, like I feel like most people are like you. That,
everybody
like,
in here is, that's for sure.
But I feel like most people are really into sports. But I've learned that I'm just gonna not mess with you when the Bills are playing and not watch the show with you. I want you to enjoy it by yourself.
Yes.
And I'll make the drinks.
All right. So we got some great comments coming.
Okay, I want to hear.
First of all, Gary's in here. Happy belated birthday, Gary.
Yes.
Caroline's brother, 28. He's an old man. He just turned 28 the other night. Dawn, a loyal viewer, thanks as always for tuning in, Dawn. Dawn comes in and says, my Canadian husband hated all sports except for hockey. Maybe that is what was wrong with our marriage. Now, when you say was wrong, Dawn, I'm assuming you kicked that man to the curb. I don't now, assuming makes an ass out of you and me, but I do see a was in there. Is that a safe assumption?
Yeah.
Now, who could blame Dawn? Who could blame Dawn?
I don't blame her.
No, I couldn't either.
I think he keeps me around because I'm very tolerant.
You better tell Dawn not to give me any ideas.
I like that he has his own thing, so I'm very, very for it. I like my own time too. So
John DeMarchi, thanks for tuning in as always. John goes, the real question: when did Z-Bot go from suspect to prospect to draft pick for Caroline? That's a good question. Actually,
wait, that's so funny. I like that one.
It's an amazing story, really. It's one that you'd find in a Disney movie. Essentially, why don't you go ahead and tell them how that kind of all went? Do it in the PC version, and just in case any kids are watching.
Oh God, I don't think there's anything PC about Ferris wheel.
No.
Well,
essentially, what happened was that you're in college and you're having a good time, and Caroline got me home from the bar that night. But get a load of this. The night that I met Caroline, it goes back a ways, but so I'm gluten-free. She was vegan at the time.
Oh yeah, this is a great story.
Her aunt,
my aunt's more like hippie-ish, and she sent me a care package, and she sent like a bunch of food in it, and one of the items was a gluten-free vegan chocolate chip cookie, which now always sounds really lame.
I know.
Okay, yeah.
Just want to come in real quick though. Dawn says actually he's a good man. I'm assuming he is. Caroline's a great woman. I mean, just because she doesn't love sports doesn't mean she's not a great woman. Is she as fun? That's up for you to decide. But I mean,
facts. I agree.
We just stopped being good together. I mean, that happens. That happens. You know what I'm saying? That happens. But
I agree.
you're so good about it with the sports with me. So that's never going to be.
Yeah, I think I'm more than tolerant.
You let me have my space.
I'm happy that you love something.
But back to the story. I didn't mean to cut you off. So you're talking about the cookies.
So I had these cookies, and then he knew I had those cookies in my dorm room because he was in it one night, and every single night.
Well, it was the only snack I could eat. Yeah, nobody had any good snacks for me.
That's so true. There was no food up there. I think
when you're in college, everybody's eating ramen noodles and mac and cheese. I can't eat that.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd love to. But she had the cookies.
And I had the dietary restriction. He had the dietary restriction. I had both of the dietary restrictions in one cookie.
Yep.
And I think every other night, every weekend, he would ask me like, "Oh, want to go get those cookies?"
Oh yeah, and she had them. And they were great. They were delicious. Who would know where we'd be? You certainly wouldn't be on this podcast right now if your aunt didn't send the cookies over. But anyway, the night that we really kind of started getting it going. Caroline got me home from the bar, and fellas, I don't know if anybody can relate to this, but that just so happened to be the night before Valentine's Day and 3 days before your birthday.
Oh yeah, that's so true.
So I was so thankful that Caroline had taken care of me the night before, because I don't know. I mean, it was very thankful.
But here's the awkward thing: we were only known each other for 2 weeks at that point, and the next day was Valentine's Day, and he got me stuff.
Got you a bunch of stuff from Walmart. Because listen, I'm a romantic, so I go down to Walmart. I buy you. Well, you got to remember, and listen,
my expectations were here.
Well, they should
have been here.
Well, in Oswego, there's about 2 places to shop. You can go to Walmart, or you can go to Aldi's. Now, I wasn't going to get you a Valentine's gift from Aldi's. I mean, and I actually don't even know. I could have gotten you like some like off-brand gum, but at least Walmart had like stuffed animals and chocolates. You know what I mean? So I went and did that. Yeah. Dark chocolate because it was vegan, and the
I give you credit for that.
Yeah, and I had that down.
Yeah,
but it's as we put it into words, it's like, good God,
sounds awful.
Oh, it's sickening.
Like,
but anyway, it works 5 years later. It was amazing because, we had been, we were friends for a couple of weeks, really. I mean, you know how it is in college. You just make friends like randomly all the time. Yeah. And then got Caroline that gift on Valentine's Day. We went out for a great date. Well, that was another thing. We went out for this date on Valentine's night. The place was so packed.
Oh my God, I forgot about this too.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
You're bringing back like awful memories.
I know. We go to this date. There's like 2 nice restaurants in town where we went to college at. Like, I mean, that might be overshooting it, honestly. And don't get me wrong, I love Oswego to death. I'm not knocking. I'm just saying it's a small town. It's a small town, and there's not many places to go. So we go to the one really nice Japanese restaurant. It is so packed. We wind up having to share a table with another couple who was on their first date. Like we were,
did it like it was normal. Like I feel like we just we had that chemistry, even though we were only dating for a few months. That we were so comfortable that it was fine.
It was insane, in a good way, because I'll always remember. Imagine going out for your first Valentine's Day, and you're sharing a table with another couple who's on their first date, and that guy just so happened to be my barber, who was a really good dude. And I saw him like 2 weeks later, and it didn't work out. And I thought they were getting along pretty well, but I don't know.
They had a great time together.
I don't know.
I had a great time with them, but maybe
I just remember being like, I feel like we left like, we're not going to forget that one. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Whatever.
But anyway, back to sports. Caroline's favorite topic.
My favorite topic.
So yeah, we've been together for a very, very long time. And that was our romantic. Yes. And
also my friend Denise is in there.
Oh, is Denise in here?
Yeah. I made her a cup today and she really liked it.
So Caroline she's in nursing school
major,
right now.
Yes.
Denise is a fellow nursing.
Major.
Classmate.
She's great. She is a EMS worker and she's a frontline worker.
Love that.
Thank you, Denise, for doing everything you do.
Thank you to, everybody in that position, including yourself, Caroline.
I don't do much yet. Monday I go to my
Well, we're all very proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
everybody on the chat.
Everybody's proud of you. Are you kidding me? No more important time than right now to be proud of everybody that's doing what you're doing. So It's a selfless act.
Thank you.
But we're here to talk about sports.
Yeah, let's go to the sports. I'm over this.
And so I'm interested to think here, because you were at my house when the Bills won the division for the first time, when they beat the Denver Broncos. And you saw, my dad and I was crying. He was crying. That was the biggest sports moment of my life by far. And it meant, and everybody here watching, obviously, of course, they know how big that moment was. You had no dog in the fight, obviously. It didn't mean anything to you. But what was it like to sit back and watch how much it meant to like me and my dad?
I feel
to the point of tears.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My first reaction was, what's happening? Why are they crying? But then my second reaction was more like maternal. Like, oh, like this is great. I feel like your dad is a really great person. I see him as an extension of yourself. Like, I feel like you guys are very much the same in a lot of ways. So like seeing you guys having that bonding moment with it's like this thing that's a sport, like putting you guys together. I feel like such a hippie right now, but like it made me really happy to see that. So I'm really happy about that. Like to be there and see it.
It's funny, I told her I showed up here like 20 minutes before we did this. I said, you're hopping on live, this is what we're doing. She's like, oh, okay, whatever. But I said, I don't want to talk about anything beforehand. It's just going to come to us. I'm thinking about these random stories.
Yeah.
That one was great because you were there. I'm glad you were there for that because that was huge. But I also remember when we were in Spain and the Bills were playing the Dolphins, but the time was so behind that the game was at like 11 o'clock at night.
Oh, Spain?
Remember that?
Oh, that was awful.
Yeah, we couldn't do. So we're in Spain, right?
No, but sidetrack. We went for 1 week. We went to Europe and we went to like three or four different countries. So we were just like jet lagged the entire time. I would not recommend doing that. So being jet lagged the entire time and then like not having any sleep and then dealing with him screaming all the time and then wanting to watch these Bills games, I thought I was going to go insane.
So imagine being in like Europe and she's no care in the world about football. And I'm like, all right, we got to get back in the place. I'm streaming it from some guy. I have no idea how the hell I even got it up. We went to a foreign GameStop so I could buy a piece to watch the game. So you're a casualty of my insane fandom, but you handle it very, very well. I don't know if I would handle it as well as you if I were you.
Well, I think you handle my weird quirks. Like for me, this is like, in my perspective, this is a weird quirk.
Okay.
Because I don't have a background in football or sports on TV.
But you don't really have any friends who are into it either. Like even your guy friend. I mean, some of them are. They like football, but they're not like Bills fans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I'm from Rockland, New York. So we're an hour up from the city. So I don't know, like if we kind of lose that city. Like I don't even know if the city cares about sports.
Well, the city's a mixed bag.
Okay.
But I mean, in this area, there's no like real. I mean, it's not one way or the other. Everybody's kind of all over the place. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and by the way, somebody asked, this is a
bourbon
sour. Yeah,
Chris Thomas. What do you guys drink? Let them know.
Okay, so it's a bourbon sour. So I use Bullet Bourbon. Normally I use Maker's Mark. It's 2 ounces of that. And then it's 3/4 an ounce of simple syrup and 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. And you shake that really well. I put a splash of amaretto, which is almond liqueur. And it's so delicious. And everyone should. It
is really good. It is really good. Yeah. I don't know. Do you just come up with these, or
no? That's a drink. A lot of girls, they don't like not girls. I'm being sexist. Anybody that doesn't like bourbon and likes vodka, do vodka.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I know, never do that. Oh God, yeah, I don't like vodka. Do vodka and then throw some cherries and make it pink and shake it really well. It's delicious.
Let's see. CR comes in. Hey, and by the way, so start thinking about these right now, everybody in the comments. We're gonna get to we've been kind of ranting a little bit here, which is it's fun. I mean, we're just having a good time here, but we're gonna get to quizzing Caroline because she knows a little bit about the NFL, but not a lot. So I'm so intrigued to ask somebody who's on the outside looking in just incredibly basic questions about the NFL and see what her answers are. So if you have any good ones, leave them in the comments. We'll make sure to ask her them. So start thinking about those right now. CR comes in. Buffalo is a sports town focused on the Bills. New York City has so many professional sports teams that it just isn't the same as smaller cities' passion, in my opinion. CR, you nailed it on the head. I lived in New York City for a while. I mean, you got to remember also, people living in New York City, they're from all over the place. I mean, not to say, I mean, New York City and their passion for sports is incredible, but you're not going to find that emotional attachment to a small team like you will in Buffalo. And I got to be honest, I don't think you're going to find that really anywhere. I mean, you might get it in Green Bay. I think Kansas City has it. Make a little more noise, sweetheart, by the way.
Sorry.
And 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 I think that's the beauty of being in the small sports town, obviously. But what you get in New York is you get the big lights, you get the big events, and I'll be 100% honest though. I mean, I've been to both. I'm sure plenty of everybody here has as well. You go to small town event, a large town event. I'll choose a small town any day of the week. The environment is next to none. I mean, when you live, breathe, and sleep that culture, that type of fandom, I mean, you can't top it, and that's what you're getting in Buffalo. So
I don't know anything about it. So
the one time I brought you, that's why like you can't fully, I think you'd understand a bit more if you came to the tailgate. I think you'd love it.
I would love to go to the tailgate because someone from the outside, all I know, I mean, I feel like this is something like outsider because all I know about it is that you guys break tables and like you're rowdy and it sounds like really fun. So
I could see you going through a table.
Wants to invite me, wink, wink. I would go 100%.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not a matter of inviting you. You got to come up. I mean, you're always invited. Everybody's.
Oh God, Greg is asking me nursing questions.
Greg's up. Is Greg up in here? Look at Greg. Yeah. Oh, I think Greg's quizzing. He's quizzing you for the big test coming up. You're on the clock. You got 3 seconds.
I don't know the answer.
Well, all right.
I would assume.
Greg.
Not.
Greg. Uh-oh.
The patient's dead. Don't even worry. They're done.
Got a feeling this isn't going to be the only question tonight that you're not going to know the answer to, Caroline. God bless you, because we're putting you on the spot.
Yep.
So I thought it'd be fun. I mean, when you're so enthralled in something, you can't necessarily wrap your mind around the fact that somebody else isn't. And when somebody doesn't know something very basic to us, big football fans, it's probably mind-blowing. You look at all 32 NFL teams, you could name them by the logo in 20 seconds. Here I sit with my lovely girlfriend.
Yep.
I'm wondering how many NFL teams Caroline can name simply based on the logo. So we're going to queue up that test right now and see how well you do.
I'm so nervous about that test.
So we got the test right here. We're going to
okay.
Here we go. Get rid of this side stuff here. So here we are. We got the quiz up. Essentially, all it is you have to name the teams based on the logo. So we got all 32 NFL teams here. And then after this, we'll have some other questions to hit you with, including, like I said, everybody here in the comments, make sure to add your questions as well. We're going to ask them to Caroline. So here we are, Caroline. All 32 NFL teams are sitting here.
Because I see some that I know.
Well, it's going to go in an order. So you don't get to choose which ones you want. When I hit play quiz, it's going to pop up with the one you have to name.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So are you ready? And by the way, if Caroline gets it right.
What does that sound like?
Oh, it's not on. Here we go. Ready? Ooh, it's a you know you don't have the headphones on. It's a little bing sound.
Oh, I hear
but if you get it wrong, are we good? Yeah. And if you get it wrong, oh, it's an error sound.
I hate that.
Yeah. Okay, so you're really. I mean, this is the real deal here.
Okay.
Now, here's the amazing thing. Everybody here who's looking at this, it's like, okay, yeah, obviously you got 32 teams and name them all. You're looking at this, and I got a feeling. How do you feel looking at the whole sheet?
I know 5 of them right now.
All right. So we're gonna kick it off.
I know 6 of them.
All right, here we go.
I think.
Drum roll, please. Here we go. We're playing the quiz. First up, who is that team right?
The Bears.
Wow. Okay. No
Wow.
idea what that was. The computer exploded. It just.
I don't know anything about computers.
Loyal viewers will know.
Okay, it's up. I see.
It's back up.
Thank you.
How many times is going to happen to me? And it's not like I have a crap computer either.
Her broken Wi-Fi.
Let's see what was going on. And by the way, everybody who's still here, you guys are as loyal as it
accusing me of broken Wi-Fi. Actually, I have very shitty Wi-Fi. So
no, your Wi-Fi is ridiculous,
No,
and
it's
it's
really
hotter than
bad.
hell in this house. By the way, I'm sweating, and this Wi-Fi is terrible. All right, love this, J-Maze. Mama, there goes that man. Gone, but we're back. Is it gonna get? Was the problem showing you the logos? Was it overkill? We'll try it again. If we lose it again, if we lose you again, then we're not gonna do it again, or we're not gonna try it again. But we were literally. You got a little more time to think though. It was kind of like perfection.
Oh my god, I'm getting so hot just thinking about football.
You were wrong on that first one though. By the way,
it's not the Bears.
No.
Okay,
I got to be honest with you though. It was a decent guess.
Okay, well, it's not the Bills. It's not the Bulls. It starts with a B. That's for sure.
It definitely starts with a B.
Okay.
You are spot on with that. It starts with a B. All right, let's see if this will work.
Any other thing that starts with a B? Oh my god, I hate this though because I feel like people are like, oh, she's so stupid, but like,
no, I mean it's just you don't know it.
You wouldn't know a lot of things.
Absolutely,
things that I would know.
Like I would know.
So don't take
the biggest TikTok stars on the planet or whatever it is. Here. Okay, here it is. All right.
Okay.
Now we're back to business, and if we lose you again, everybody, we're not doing it, and then you're off the hook essentially. And I got a feeling you hacked this. I think that's what's happening.
I'm just like internet off.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go. Drum roll once again. We are starting the NFL quiz.
Okay.
32 teams. Seeing how many Caroline can name, and we're off.
All right.
Who is that team right there?
Seagulls.
Well, I think you hacked the internet.
No, I think
what is going on in this house?
The website. I think it's the website, and also there's a huge
fly. Well, there's a reason I have these.
Okay.
I have flashcards. I came prepared for this. Okay. I made my own questions. Oh. Sorry to everybody who we crapped out twice. You guys are the best for hanging around.
Sorry.
Good God. I mean, we're gonna get a technician or somebody over here. But you're off the hook on the teams.
All right.
But you're not off the hook on just standard, basic football questions that I am going to ask. And I want everybody in the comments who's chilling, shoot us your questions that you think would be a nice, good, nothing wild. Don't ask Caroline who the leading rusher for the Bills was in 2007. But give us some nice, basic NFL questions. We'll make sure to ask Caroline.
Was it the Seagulls?
It was not the Seagulls.
What was it?
It was the Atlanta Falcons.
All right, but like that's ridiculous.
Seagulls, though, I gotta tell you,
it looked like a seagull.
I don't know how intimidating a seagull would be.
And what was the first one that before the crash?
The first one was the Cincinnati Bengals. So you had Bears.
I was not gonna get that.
No.
All right, cool.
But hey, I mean, you weren't incredibly off on both.
All right, cool.
You gave it the old college try. All right.
All right, cool. Go ahead.
Got some questions written up on these index cards. They're all very basic NFL questions. And we're going to see how well Caroline can do.
Okay.
Question 1. How many yards are on a football field?
50. 100. 50 yards. So I go 50
What's your
yards
final
fast.
answer?
Well, there's 50 this way and 50 that way.
Okay, so what does that add up to?
100. Yes. Okay.
Yes, you got it.
Sorry, I was thinking like just one direction, but everyone's like, it's a 50-yard pass, right? That's the thing.
Oh, here's a cool question before we
Okay.
get into the next one.
Okay.
What's all right? Sorry, I'm laughing at Bobby's comment. He goes the oink when I just started laughing. Phantom goes, what city do you think deserves an NFL team, Carolyn, that doesn't currently have one?
An NFL team?
Yeah, what city?
Okay. Rhode Island. Because they're tiny, but they're mighty.
Oh, Rhode Island? Does Rhode Island have an NFL team? Yeah, that's why it's funny that you said it.
Oh, I thought they didn't because they were small.
No, they do not have a. They do not.
Well, they should because you know what? The people
should?
there, they should.
What would you call this Rhode Island NFL team?
Well, I just feel like Rhode Island, they let people go like when you're driving.
Yeah.
So.
Nice. So that's the perfect place to go to play in NFL. It's got great traffic, so the NFL would flourish in Rhode Island.
Yeah, Rhode Island's a happy place.
Terrific question from J-May.
Oh God, J-May.
Caroline, how many Super Bowls?
2.
How many Super Bowl?
2.
How many times have the Bills won the
2.
Super Bowl?
2.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, 2.
What makes you say 2?
I feel like they've won it in the past, but it's been like 25 years. And then like add +1. Is that how it works? X
Oh,
+1?
you wish that's how it worked.
Wait, they've won none?
We wish.
How many have you won?
What was your final answer?
2.
It's not right. So give
Okay,
me another
what's
answer.
less? 0.
Is that your final answer?
Sure.
0.
You've never won an NFL thing, Super Bowl? And you guys are all fans of them?
Oh my God.
What didn't you say? Like it's been 25 years since this happened?
It's been an infinity years.
Wow.
No, it had been 25 years.
It's been 20 years.
No, it had been my lifetime since they won the division.
Oh, okay. I was mixing those up.
The Super Bowl and the division.
All right. Well, you know what? Division's great. You guys.
I wish I had your mind. Were the divisional champion.
I feel like everyone's mad at me now.
No, nobody's mad. Everybody's jealous. Who would not want that mindset? To not know the Bills have never won a Super Bowl.
Tell people in public
that's like Men in Black. Like erase my mind. You just don't know. Go into it clean with a clean slate.
Okay.
That's amazing. That is absolutely incredible.
I'll just keep thinking too.
That is absolutely incredible.
Okay.
All right. Good one from Dawn. Dawn comes in. Caroline, what is everyone's favorite Josh Allen clothing? What's Josh Allen's best article of clothing?
I know what he looks like if I could pick him out of a lineup for sure.
What does he look good in?
Shorts.
Boom.
Yeah.
Very good.
He's good looking. He's good looking.
All right, that makes up for the Super Bowl question.
Okay.
Josh Allen looks good in shorts. Trumps the fact that you thought the Bills won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, he's great.
I can't get over this. That was incredible. Could you imagine going through your whole life thinking the Bills have won a Super Bowl? That must be a great way to live.
Because I thought they won one when they got past that thing. And
you thought they won one recently?
No, I won the one.
You wouldn't hear from me again. I don't think. I don't think I'd ever make it out alive. I'd make it out alive.
You told me that if they won, you were gonna get a tattoo, and it's like my biggest fear in life. Like I don't like.
Wait, you don't want me to get it?
No, I don't want them to win because I don't want that tattoo on your body.
Why?
I'm scared of it. Does anybody have a tattoo of the Bills? And
of course, I've seen so many cool ones.
No, I know, but if anyone
in the comments, great question.
Great
question. Anybody in the comments with a Bills tat, let us know.
Because I want to know, because I'm someone who's like so scared of getting tattoos. So if you got a tattoo of the Bills, it's like, oh, like you must really love the Bills.
I mean, you don't need the tat, but it'll definitely solidify your fandom.
Kaylee would love to live in my world.
Yeah, Kaylee, you and me both. Greg, great question. If Z-Bot was an NFL team, if Z-Bot was on an NFL team, excuse me, what position would he play? What position would they be?
Okay, well, there's quarterback.
There is. I definitely would not be a quarterback.
The one that catches the ball when they throw it through the legs.
Yeah.
And he like directs it. I don't think he's a quarterback because he's not a director.
That's why I'm not a quarterback?
Yeah. Like,
how about that I have absolutely zero athleticism?
Well, no, that's very true. But You'd be the guy like in the like when they're. I don't really. I don't
This
know
is
the
probably the
names.
correct answer.
Left bench sounds great.
I played center in high school for what it's worth. I played center.
Did
so
you?
I'm the one who snapped the ball to the quarterback.
Oh, the one through the legs.
Through the
I was
leg, through the
gonna say
wickets.
That,
Yeah.
actually, I didn't know
You
what
were.
it was called.
Okay.
That's the one I wanted to pick. But left bench sounds pretty good.
Left bench. Honestly, I would take left bench. Sign me up for left bench in the NFL right now. Okay, James, good question coming in. This is actually a great question from James. Who is the
Patriots?
Wow, good for you. Good for you. Didn't even get the chance to read the question. Now, why do you know that so well?
I don't know. I feel like whenever you're angry, like he doesn't get angry very often, but when he does, I can tell really easily, and it's always about the Patriots. So it's like this little bit of sass that you have, and it's always about the Patriots.
Oh my God, that is terrific. See, isn't that amazing? The hatred for the Patriots is so palpable. I didn't even get a chance to read that question.
No.
You thought this is amazing.
I saw hatred, and I was like, Patriots.
Let's put this into perspective.
Okay.
Okay. You thought the Bills won 2 Super Bowls, but you immediately knew who the Bills' most hated franchise is. That's how much the Patriots have ruined the Bills.
It's also an emotional thing. I know emotions for you, but I don't know statistics. So don't ask me any statistical questions.
All right. That was really good. That was really good. Okay.
I want to live in Kaylee's world. I want to know what her world's like.
You want to know what Kaylee's world's like? Well, tell Kaylee to let us know.
Yeah, let us know, Kaylee.
I'm sure. I mean, Kaylee, she's jealous of you, and I think as we all are, because I mean, we would all love to have our minds, men in black, and think the Bills have won. Although I actually don't feel that way because I want to be alive for the first Super Bowl win. When the Bills went to the Bills went to 4 straight Super Bowls and didn't win a single one.
You're joking. Why are you laughing?
It's just amazing that to not know that is amazing.
I want to know how many people were diagnosed with depression because of that. That's like crazy.
I mean, an entire city. I mean, there's no way around it. My own father. I mean, I couldn't have lived 4 of them.
Wow.
I wouldn't have made it out of that. I wasn't even a thought yet. Thank God. I could not have done it. I mean, I have that conversation with my dad all the time. I don't know how he did it.
No, this is something I have to look forward to for sure.
You would never see me happier, so it's definitely something that you can look forward to. Okay, next question that I have in my card. Actually, before I get there, we're getting some good questions here in the comments. Y comes in. Y, thanks for tuning in, brother. Y goes, name any other quarterback in the NFL besides Josh Allen.
Okay, the one that's really religious.
In what way?
He's against abortion. Or am I making that up in my head? He's
anything else?
That's the only thing I know about him.
Like, so against
Eli Brady. Is that a thing?
James saying she's thinking of Tebow. Yeah, probably.
Tebow,
Eli Brady. Is that your final answer?
Tebow.
Yeah, no, Tebow's not playing quarterback at this current moment. Is Eli Brady your final answer?
That's not a name.
One quarterback, one player that throws the ball.
Eli.
He's no longer in the NFL. Yes,
Manning.
Good guess,
Eli
but he's
Manning.
no longer in the NFL.
He's against abortion. I know that.
He is?
I think.
Oh, okay. That's great. I mean, that's awesome. Good for him.
Okay.
Right. I'm talking about abortion views aside. Give me a player who throws the ball on the field. One other player.
Oh God! Someone let me know.
You have 10 seconds. One player. That's it. And there's one that you have to know.
There's one I have to know.
Yeah, because everybody knows him. And he played on that team that you immediately thought of when you were asked what team Bill's fan base hates the most.
All right. Oh.
He used to play. It is not Eli Manning.
I got to be honest. I'm going to say a random name.
Okay. You don't know one quarter. Well, not a single one.
No.
Not a single one.
I can't even come up with a name. I'm getting so nervous.
Go ahead.
Brian.
If I said Tom, would you know the final?
Tom Brady.
There, okay.
Oh, wow.
All right. Now you used your lifeline. Would you say that again?
Oh, got it.
Say it again. What did you just ask me when I said Tom Brady?
Dawn's really funny.
She just asked me if Tom Brady was a quarterback. I
honestly,
need you. Who does not want this brain to think the Bills won a Super Bowl, to never know they lost 4 in a row, and to not know who Tom Brady is? I got to tell you, Caroline, I think you're living everybody who's watching this video's dream.
You're joking.
No.
But I thought you hated this, like that, like I feel like I don't know enough about football.
Yeah, but in a way, it's almost like it's got to be so therapeutic. Like look what Kaylee's saying. And I think a lot of people can feel this. My world is so much sadder because I carry the weight of the 4 falls with me, despite being a small child during that era. I mean, Kaylee, what she's saying here is essentially what we're all thinking, and it's that for me and everybody who's a Bills fan, they didn't make the playoffs for almost 2 decades. So it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? So to not carry that burden is, it's pretty amazing.
I try to carry the least amount of burden.
But you carry the most amount of bourbon.
Yeah.
Right. That's the perfect answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up on my questions. Keep the questions coming, everybody, in the comments. This is great. Okay. Name one penalty that can be committed in a game. So a flag gets thrown. Okay. Give me one of the penalties that could be a penalty.
Punching them in the face. Throwing piss.
Yeah. Okay. That would definitely be a flag.
Head.
What would
using
that be?
Your head.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, using your head. I know you can't use your head because it's dangerous and it shouldn't be happening.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what that would what the flag would like? What would the penalty be? Like,
it'd be red.
Like a red card in soccer.
No more for the rest of the
right. So a red card in soccer, you're done for the game.
Done for the game, but you can play for the rest of the season. Yeah. No, you can't.
You're done for 2 years.
The red card? You're joking. 2 years?
No, I'm just kidding. It's 5 years. Oh my God. Okay. No. Okay. That doesn't exist. Nobody's done for anything at all. When we were the ironic, back to the story when we were in Spain, that same week we were in France. That was the night that Myles Garrett banged Mason Rudolph over the head with a helmet. I think he got like a 2-game suspension.
You're joking.
He could have murdered him. Myles Garrett is one of the largest human beings on the planet. He tried to hit another player over the head with his helmet. You remember that? Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I think he got suspended for like 2 games.
Okay.
And that was it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
He should go to jail.
And if it would have connected, if he would have connected, he might have killed him.
If that was off the field, my question is, would he be in jail?
Phantom comes in here, and this is a great thing I was just actually thinking about. A red card in the NFL would be an unbelievable twist.
Wait, there's no red card?
No.
What's the cards?
It's just a flag.
What's the flag mean?
It can mean a variety of different things. That was basically the question. What would a flag indicate?
Would mean
one
like,
thing.
Oh, stop it.
Well, the game gets stopped for the flag, so the ref can say the flag. Now,
does the time get lost during that time?
No, the time pauses. So in soccer,
why do they care?
Okay, so say for instance, if you were to punch me Josh Allen, quarterback, Bills. If you're on the team and you punch him in the face,
okay, that
would be a 15-yard penalty, meaning the Bills would move forward 15 yards.
Okay.
Towards the end zone.
All right, so they get like a little bit of a free reward.
Well, yes. You get yards for the other team committing a penalty.
Okay, so
that's the punishment for the other team.
Cool. All right, good to know.
Yes.
That's it. There's no levels to it. You can either just trip a guy or you can punch him in the face, and there's no difference. Really, for the flags.
Yes, no different whatsoever.
Okay, cool.
Okay. On to the next question. How many teams are there in the NFL?
You said this already, 32.
Okay, that's good. I wanted to see if you were paying attention.
Yeah, no, I'm paying attention. I know numbers. That's all. That's the only thing I know.
Let's see here. I don't know if Dawn's talking about us or not, but she's totally spot on.
His wife is hotter.
Yes. And I would look way better without the dad bod. So that's pretty spot on. I don't think they're talking about us, but if they are,
I'm down. Dawn, you hit it
on fire tonight.
The head of the nail.
Rams in here. The Redinger, Ryan Edinger. He's off tonight from Dunkin' Donuts to turn into the smoke break. Appreciate you, my red and bat. He is in here with the gang. Maeve's in here. Caroline's. Oh, it's Caroline's mom. Caroline's mom here, and the apple does not fall far from the tree because I did not know what to answer.
Okay.
Well, I got to say,
That
your
just
answers are
shows.
absolutely incredible, whether you
Why?
know them or not, because they're just terrific.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm
at
trying
least
to be happy
when you
about it.
answer wrong, at least they're like great answers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Try.
Next question.
I'm very excited about it.
Who won the Super Bowl last year?
I actually had to Google this. Was it the Patriots?
Look at this. Sorry. I was describing whatever. I don't even know Nikita Kucherov, but Caroline, you were definitely hotter than Z-Bot. Biggest lie of the night goes to Dawn. We appreciate you tuning in, Dawn.
No,
really? Is that right?
Exit her comment. I think it was very sweet.
No, Dawn's always bringing the heat. Every week, Dawn's in the comments, and she's got the funniest thread going every week.
Oh,
so
I love it.
Always appreciate Dawn. She's the best. Who won the Super Bowl last year?
All right. Well, I know Patriots were Patriots. Or they lost. Patriots was in there.
No. Patriots actually had their worst year in a very, very, very long time last year.
Okay. I know the singer who sang at the Super Bowl.
Demi Lovato?
No.
See, this is amazing. Who sang?
The guy.
Oh, at halftime?
At halftime. I know who sang.
Oh, The Weeknd.
Yeah.
It was. I wasn't.
That's the only thing I Googled before this.
That's what you thought I was going to ask you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very pertinent NFL information.
Giants.
All right. We're getting some more questions in here. People are coming up with better ones than I have. Bada Bing Crosby comes in. What is a down and how many of them do you get per series?
You get 3 downs per series.
Close.
4 downs per series.
Okay.
And what is a down? It's when you...
What do you have to do on a down in order to get more downs?
And you have to be past 10 yards.
Very good.
I know that. I think
very good.
Your dad.
That's an acceptable answer. I will give you one of those. That's an acceptable answer.
That was a hard question because I remember when I was learning that, I was very confused.
The downs?
Was it?
I got to be honest. Yeah. If you don't know anything about football, explaining like a down.
It took a while. I think it took.
I mean, it's not that hard, but like the fact that it's called like a down, I think that's what kind of threw you off.
Also, that like you have to watch a few of the.
But if you simplified just to say if you get past that yellow line, you get more chances. And essentially the best way to put it.
It was hard for me to understand that the yellow line was a fabrication of the
that it's not actually on the field.
Yeah, like I was so confused. I was like, where are these yellow lines coming from? But it's like the television that makes it.
All right,
Kaylee, like an 80-year-old woman.
Your gal pal Kaylee comes in. I got to be honest, this is a tough one, but I like the question. How many divisions are there in the NFL, and how many teams in each division? So think about this. You have 32 teams. Yep.
I'm gonna go say 6 teams per division. No, that doesn't make any sense.
I'll ask you an even different.
6 times 6 is 35.
I'll ask you an even easier question.
All right.
What are the names of the 2 conferences?
Conference 1 and 2. I thought it was gonna be a trick question.
No. What do you think is easier? The question I asked you, or the one that Kaylee has asked you?
All right, I'm gonna say there's 32 teams.
Do some like algebra in your mind real quick. 32 teams. It's got to be even, obviously, because it's got to be even amount of conferences or divisions and teams per division, obviously.
Okay.
Wise got a good one after we're done with Kaylee's. Give it. No. What are you doing? You bringing the calculator out?
Yeah.
You got 5 seconds.
Oh God, I have to pee so bad.
I am just
4 divisions. There's 8 teams in a division.
That doesn't add up. You were right on the divisions.
All right. 4 times.
Oh, I see.
32.
8. You got it flipped. 8 divisions, 4 teams per division.
Okay.
That was a good guess, though.
All right, I tried.
That was pretty good.
I tried.
So AFC, NFC.
Okay.
2 different sides.
Yep.
And that's how you determine the Super Bowl. The winner of the AFC plays the winner of the NFC. Wise coming in. Great question. What is a field goal?
Okay. So there's like you can run through the line, and that's 2 points. That's some amount of points, and then you could go through that little hockey post.
Yep. What do you do with the post?
You could kick it through And then it's 2 points instead of, I don't know.
Final answer.
Yeah, 1 point. 1 point extra if you could get through the post.
Yes, but how much is it worth if you don't score a touchdown? So
2 and then 1.
So 3 and then 1.
Oh, damn it.
Field goals 3, extra points 1. That's good. But question coming in from Brian, what is a safety? That's 2. Do you know what a safety is?
No.
So if the other team gets tackled in their own end zone,
okay,
2 points.
Tackle.
It's like the rarest way to score in the NFL.
Tackle in their own end zone.
So you know how you score a touchdown in the end zone?
Yeah.
You have to get in the end zone.
Okay.
So now imagine the other team is backed up against their own end zone.
Okay.
And the quarterback falls in their own end zone and gets tackled. It's 2 points.
That's crazy.
Doesn't happen all that often.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You're hurting, I can tell.
I have to pee really bad.
She has to pee really bad. Go ahead.
Can I go?
Go pee.
The bathroom's right there. I'm gonna go.
Go pee. We're wrapping up here soon, anyways. But it's to me, and I'm sure everybody sitting here listening. I don't know how often you talk to people. You don't often talk to people about sports who don't watch sports. It is truly amazing the happiness people have when they don't watch sports. Consequently, the happiness that sports brings me, like I don't know where else I'd get that source of happiness. So it's a two-way street, and I'm sure everybody here, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Sports brings you so much happiness. There's no high like when the Bills win, like when Teron Johnson picked off Lamar Jackson for the pick 6. Let me know a time you felt like that. I mean, I don't care what's happened in your life. You've never felt that, whatever that was. At the same time, you know exactly what it feels like to get killed by Kansas City in the AFC Championship. You know what it feels like to not make the playoffs for almost 2 decades. So it's such a roller coaster of emotion, but to never have
no roller coaster.
Is there anything in your life that gives you that roller coaster of emotion?
No, because I thought I did, but then when I saw you, I was like, no, there's nothing like that.
Nothing like quite like that.
No. I think you have.
Could you handle it? You think?
No, God, no. I think it takes a very special person, like especially like emotional. Like, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of emotions that come to sports.
Well, it's It's really all emotion based. I mean, that's the whole thing about being a fan. I mean, being a fan completely defies like regular emotion, though, because that's why it's called fanatic. I mean, you're out of your mind.
But you're biased.
I mean, yeah, of course you're biased, but like when we talk here, I mean, I try to be as unbiased as possible. But I mean, yeah, of course you're biased. You're inherently biased. You know.
I just feel like when it comes to things like when I think of sports, I think of betting. Like I like the idea of like gambling and all that stuff.
Right.
But I feel like when you have something like, oh, from my childhood, I've always loved this one thing, there's always going to be a huge bias in the way. But I mean, that comes to sports betting. Not that I do that, but like.
But I think that's the cool thing, and we've talked about this on the show before. The cool thing about sports betting, as it becomes more normalized, it's going to bring people like you into the sport. You're going to have a reason to watch. If you have a little bit of money on the line,
I love that idea.
You're going to want to watch.
I love the idea of money on the line, but I get nervous because I'm like, oh, like because you have a bias, maybe you're always bet for Buffalo, even though maybe they're not. Maybe the statistics aren't towards them.
Right.
I don't know.
I mean, it's heading that way.
Yeah.
Like the game is heading that way to where the gambling's being legalized. And I think of people like, I mean, that's a great point you bring up because it's going to bring so many other people into the game. I mean, people who already watch it obviously bet because it gives them more incentive to watch. But imagine having no one. Like I know for me, like I'm not a huge MLB guy, but like if I bet on an MLB game, I'm going to watch the game.
Okay. Yeah. No,
you have something to root for.
Yeah. Then it's worth the watch of the game because it's more entertaining.
Let's see here. Brian comes in. And Brian says, my wife is an avid football fan and knows the good players and teams. The only thing I've taught her is the name of the plays they're running. Brian, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I don't even know if I know the name of the plays that they're running half the time. Yeah.
She's probably like.
Good on your wife, Brian. That's great.
Professional.
Yeah. And Rams coming in and saying he's gonna bet a lot in the NBA finals.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Ram, I thought we talked about this.
I know. You told Ram he's got to stop with that.
I know.
And for those who obviously don't know Ram, my buddy Ram, he's a degenerate gambler. But I mean, there's a reason why gambling's becoming more, normalized because people like Caroline. I mean, you could start doing the same thing.
Well, I'm a big lotto ticket girl.
You love the lotto tickets.
I'm a good Subway girl. I'm a good 7-Eleven girl. Like I like my places.
You do.
I do.
All right, here's the easiest question of the night. Who's winning the Super Bowl this year? Phantom wants to know. Who's winning the Super Bowl this year? Bills, don't say the Bills because it's biased.
Okay. All right. So automatically, without knowing anything, I say Patriots. But I don't. You said they had
terrible. It's just the worst guess of all time.
Okay, but you said they had a really bad year last year. Like, does that mean they have better choices for?
The Patriots will not come close to winning the Super Bowl.
All right, because they played really bad last year.
They're not. Well, yeah.
I also never got the answer of who won the Super Bowl.
Yes. Okay, so Tom Brady won the Super Bowl.
But for the other
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh yeah.
So he was on a different team this year.
Yeah, the Buccaneers.
That's but Patriots was a half decent guess.
Okay.
If you guess the Patriots the last 2 decades, you would have been right 6 out of what? 20 times?
All right, I'm going to go with the Steelers.
Okay.
Okay, for no reason though.
Okay. Not good.
Okay.
But it's decent.
Not Giants or Jets.
It is
right?
definitely
They're not close.
Slightly possible.
Slightly as in like.
And when I say slightly, I mean like an eyelash slightly, but it's possible. And so we got somebody at the door.
Okay, I'm going to go grab it.
Is pizza here? Pizza's here. We're over an hour here anyways. This was a lot of fun. Appreciate everybody tuning in. This is what you get when oh my gosh, yeah, pizza is actually here. This is what you get midsummer when you're running out of the most pertinent content to talk about. You have my girlfriend joining me, and of course my beautiful little niece here. Hi. Peyton, say hi, Peyton. Look at who's that? Say hi, Peyton. Hi. Oh, Peyton's. Are you?
Ooh, yuckies.
Yuckies.
Ooh, gosh.
Peyton, the first ever outfit I ever put her in was a Bills jersey. That is facts.
Oh yeah.
I got her I got her cute little. Oh, ball. She's talking about ball. Yeah, ball.
Bills.
Yeah, Bills. Close enough. Yeah. Close enough. Yeah, no, seriously though, the first outfit I ever put Peyton in, she was in a Bills jersey. Like she was like what, 2 weeks old?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was the best. So, all right, duty calls with the fam. As you can see, we're over an hour in, and we appreciate you joining us. A lot of fun. I got to be honest, Caroline, it was incredibly entertaining as always. As much as I watch sports, I never get the opportunity to really talk to you about sports. So this was fun. And I got to tell you, I got an absolute kick out of your answers. They were terrific. So we'll do it again once the Bills win the Super Bowl so that your question can be answered correctly the next time.
I hope so.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for joining.
Thank you, guys.
Yes.
I had a lot of fun.
Bid Bills Mafia farewell, will you? Go. Oh, we got
Bills.
Oh, we got a whole crowd. Oh, everybody's coming in here. All right. When I said 1 to 6, I wasn't kidding. It's a madhouse over here. I got to get out of here. Here's Maeve. That was the Division I basketball player we were talking about.
Basketball girl.
Thanks for joining, everybody. Really appreciate you. Hope you had fun. If you learned anything tonight, it is to take a little bit of advice from Caroline and not take everything so seriously. I'm not going to take that advice because I know it's impossible for me. Yep. But if there's something within your brain that is capable of doing that, find a way to do it. Yeah. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next Wednesday for another one. Until then, go Bills, everybody. Be safe, and we'll talk to you next week. Peace.